All right, let's talk about winter's eczema. So it's important for you to understand that there is eczema, which is a diagnosis. It's actually a genetic disease. As dermatologists, we call it atopic dermatitis, where there really is no cure and skin is very sensitive. It actually is unable to build a normal top layer of the skin, and you're prone to get these horrible itchy red patches. Another type of eczema is winter's eczema, and this is a general term for the dry skin that we develop in the winter. Now, not everyone gets it. It's something that you sort of develop more of as you get older, and if you have drier skin to begin with, or if you have a genetic predisposition for eczema in general. Why we get winter's eczema is because there's a number of things that we do to ourselves and that happen to the weather that make our skin dry out and get itchy. So things that happen to contribute to winter's eczema. First and foremost, the air is less humid. As it gets cold outside, the air outside cannot hold on to water as well. And so when we're outside, that cold air sucks the water from our skin. Similarly, inside, because it's cold outside, we turn on our forced air, and that hot forced air is also less humid and it sucks water from our skin. That combined with the long hot showers that we all love in the wintertime, or the hot baths, the hot water in the baths and in the shower also pull oil from our skin. So the air is pulling water from our skin, the hot water and soap is pulling oil from our skin, and all of those steps dry out our skin. And particularly as we age, skin turnover slows down and becomes less oily. So that becomes sort of this perfect setup for really dry, itchy skin in the wintertime. Things that we can do to combat that is, first and foremost, as gross as it sounds, actually shower less and for less long. And when you do shower, don't crank the heat, because when you use really hot water, it makes the oil get melted away faster. When you're in the shower, only use soap on your sticky areas and try to pick out soaps or cleansers that are oil-based. And oftentimes that's easiest to find if they are a liquid soap. Like my body wash is a great option. It has a number of oils in it, but there's other good ones out there. The point is like, don't use Irish Spring. That's gonna really strip your skin. When you get out of the shower, you gotta dry off and you have to moisturize. And when I say moisturize, I mean tip to toe. You need to do your elbows, your knees, your arms, your legs with something that is going to really moisturize into your skin and replenish some of that water and some of that oil. Some people don't like to moisturize before they get dressed. So if you shower in the morning and you're like, I don't want to be sticky all day, that is fine. But think about it, if it's a day that you bathe, it needs to be a day that you moisturize. And maybe you don't moisturize until you go to bed that night. That's okay, but you still gotta get some moisture back into your skin and some oil back into your skin. In addition to those two things, you can also cut back on your exfoliation. I think oftentimes when we see dry skin, we scrub it to try to get the dead dry skin off, and that actually just further strips away important ingredients in our skin. So in the wintertime, you might cut back your exfoliation to once a week. And if you are exfoliating once a week, you always have to follow that with a moisturizer as well. My favorite forms of exfoliation, as we already talked about, are chemical exfoliation. So this is glycolic acid, this is retin-A, this is tretinoin, this is retinol. But when your skin is dry, all of those ingredients are gonna penetrate your skin better. So in the summer, when you're oily, when you're sweating, when it's sunny outside, you might be able to tolerate using glycolic acid or retinol every night or every other night. In the winter, you might have to cut that back in half. And if you don't, your skin really will become irritated. No matter how oily your skin is in the summertime, in the wintertime before you go to bed, you need to put on some sort of hydrating product. It can be an oil-free moisturizer, it can be a lightweight moisturizer, it can be a lotion, it can even be a gel, but you need something on your face while you're sleeping so that that forced air isn't sucking all of the hydration out of your skin while you sleep. If you follow these steps, you will be able to stand up against the dry skin of winter in a much more effective fashion. For the small group of us who get so dry and itchy that it actually is really sort of affecting our quality of life, an easy trick you can do at home is take over-the-counter antihistamine. Zyrtec is my favorite, 10 milligrams at night before you go to bed to help control the itch. And then in addition to that, if over-the-counter products like a good thick moisturizer like my body cream, or even a thick ointment like Restore Healing Balm or plain Vaseline isn't enough to get your skin calmed down, that's when you go see a dermatologist and get a prescription for a topical steroid to see if that can help with the inflammation. Thank you for all of your questions. Please keep them coming and have a great week.